Hello, dear friends. Have you ever found yourself, or perhaps a loved one, becoming a little more forgetful lately? Or maybe finding it harder to keep thoughts straight? It's a common concern as we age, this worry about our minds, about our cognitive abilities. Today we're going to talk gently and openly about this very important topic, cognitive decline in our later years. It's something that can deeply affect not just the person experiencing it, but their whole family. Understanding it is the first step towards facing it with courage and wisdom. So let's explore what might be happening when wisdom seems to fade and what we can do. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like this video. You can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 10. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know so I can make a better video for you. Now let's get started. First, let's acknowledge that cognitive decline is a serious health issue for many older adults. It's not just about misplacing keys more often. It can impact daily life, independence, and the quality of relationships. That's why it's so crucial we pay attention to it, not brush it aside as just getting old. One of the primary reasons for changes in our thinking abilities is simply physiological aging. Our brains, like the rest of our bodies, go through natural changes over the decades. Think of it as the brain bearing the marks of time. For instance, the number of nerve cells, or neurons, can gradually decrease. The connections between these cells might not be as quick or efficient as they once were. Blood flow to the brain can also reduce slightly with age. This means less oxygen and fewer nutrients reaching those hard-working brain cells. These natural processes can contribute to a slowing down of our cognitive functions. It's a natural part of life, but understanding it helps us approach it with more compassion. Beyond natural aging, certain diseases can cast a shadow over our cognitive health. These are what we might call hidden cognitive killers, because their impact on the mind isn't always immediately obvious. Perhaps the most well-known of these is Alzheimer's disease. You might have heard it called memory's eraser, and for good reason. Alzheimer's involves specific changes in the brain. Two proteins, beta amyloid and tau, start to behave abnormally. Beta amyloid can form sticky plaques between nerve cells. Tau protein can create tangles inside the cells. Together, these plaques and tangles disrupt communication between nerve cells and eventually lead to their death. This damage often starts in areas of the brain important for memory. So, someone with Alzheimer's might frequently forget recent events, repeat questions, or get lost in familiar places. As the disease progresses, other cognitive abilities, like language and reasoning, are also affected. It's a progressive condition, and it can be heartbreaking to witness. Another group of diseases that can significantly impact cognition are cerebrovascular diseases. These are problems related to the blood vessels in the brain. Imagine your brain's blood supply system as a network of busy roads. Cerebrovascular diseases create traffic blockages in these roads. For example, a cerebral infarction, or stroke, happens when a blood clot blocks an artery in the brain. This cuts off the supply of oxygen and nutrients to a part of the brain, causing brain cells in that area to die. A cerebral hemorrhage is when a blood vessel in the brain bursts, leading to bleeding into or around the brain tissue, also damaging cells. When brain tissue is damaged by these events, cognitive functions can be severely impaired. The specific problems depend on which part of the brain is affected. This could mean difficulties with memory, attention, problem-solving, or language. Now, while aging and certain diseases are significant factors, our lifestyle choices are truly the cornerstone of healthy cognition. What we do every day has a profound impact on our brain health. Unfortunately, some habits can act like a chronic poison to our brains. Smoking, for instance, damages blood vessels and reduces blood flow to the brain. Drinking too much alcohol can directly harm brain cells. A sedentary lifestyle without enough physical activity is also a major risk factor. Exercise helps maintain good blood flow and stimulates the growth of new brain cells. And of course, an unbalanced diet, high in unhealthy fats and sugar and low in essential nutrients, deprives our brain of the fuel it needs to function optimally. These habits over time can significantly increase the risk of cognitive decline, but it's not just about physical habits. Our social and emotional well-being is also vital. Social isolation can create what feels like a lonely Huang Yuan for the mind. When we reduce our social interactions, when feelings of loneliness creep in, our brains miss out on crucial stimulation. Engaging with others, having conversations, participating in group activities, these all help keep our minds active and challenged. Without this stimulation, cognitive abilities can fade more quickly. Our brains are social organs. They thrive on connection. Then there's the role of our genetic code. Sometimes we carry risk factors that are, in a sense, part of our inherited makeup. Certain genes can increase a person's susceptibility to cognitive decline. One well-studied example is the APOE4 gene. People who inherit one or two copies of this particular gene variant have a higher risk of developing Alzheimer's disease compared to those without it. It's important to remember, though, that genes are not destiny. Having a risk gene doesn't mean someone will definitely develop the condition, and not having it doesn't guarantee immunity. Genetics are one piece of a much larger puzzle, interacting with lifestyle and environmental factors. So with all these potential factors, what can we do? The key is to protect our cognition through early detection and early intervention. The sooner we act, the better our chances of slowing down or mitigating cognitive decline. This starts with recognizing the early signals. What are some of the early signs that cognitive decline might be starting? Memory loss that disrupts daily life is a common one. Not just forgetting where you put your keys, but forgetting important dates or events, or asking for the same information repeatedly. Difficulties with language can also be a sign, like struggling to find the right words or follow a conversation. Disorientation regarding time or place, such as getting lost in familiar surroundings or being confused about the day of the week. A noticeable decline in judgment or decision-making. Abilities, changes in mood or personality, like becoming more withdrawn, anxious, or irritable, can also be indicators. If you notice these signs in yourself or a loved one, it's important not to ignore them. Consulting a doctor is a crucial first step. And what about intervention? What strategies can help delay or slow down cognitive decline? There's a lot of hope here. Lifestyle adjustments are powerful. Adopting a brain-healthy diet, rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean protein. Engaging in regular physical activity, even a daily walk, can make a difference. Quitting. Smoking and limiting alcohol consumption. Challenging your brain through cognitive training can also be beneficial. This doesn't have to be complicated. Reading, doing puzzles, learning a new skill or hobby, playing musical instruments. These activities help build cognitive reserve. Staying socially active is also critical. Connect with friends, join clubs, volunteer. In some cases, medications might be prescribed by a doctor, especially for conditions like Alzheimer's, to help manage symptoms or slow progression. And perhaps most importantly, family support and understanding are invaluable. Creating a supportive, patient, and loving environment can make a world of difference for someone experiencing cognitive changes. Remember, facing cognitive decline isn't something anyone should do alone. It's a journey that requires awareness, proactive steps, and a lot of heart. By understanding the underlying causes, from natural aging and disease to lifestyle and genetics, we empower ourselves. We can make informed choices to protect our precious cognitive health and support our loved ones. It's about nurturing our minds throughout our lives and approaching these challenges with knowledge, compassion, and hope. Take care of yourselves and each other.